Crikey, let's talk about a truly magnificent creature, the serval. This cat is a real work of art, designed by Mother Nature herself for life in the African grasslands. When you look at a serval, you're looking at millions of years of evolution, creating the perfect hunter. They've got these incredibly long legs, the longest of any cat relative to their body size, which lets them see right over the tall savanna grass. And their ears, they're like big satellite dishes, able to pick up the tiniest rustle of a mouse from miles away. What a beauty. It's this amazing set of tools that makes them absolute legends in their environment. Now, the serval isn't just about good looks, it's a master of strategy. It doesn't just run after its prey like a cheetah. No, this clever cat is a patient observer. It will stand perfectly still, listening with those huge ears, pinpointing the exact location of a rodent or a small bird hiding in the grass. It's a game of stealth and intelligence. The serval uses its brain just as much as its body, waiting for that perfect moment to strike. This isn't just instinct. It's a calculated plan, a hunting dance that has been perfected over generations and generations. It's absolutely fascinating to watch. The real magic happens when the serval decides to attack. It has this signature move and a massive vertical leap straight up into the air. They can jump up to 3 meters high to snatch a bird right out of the sky, or pounce down with incredible force onto a critter in the grass. This pounce is powerful enough to stun or even kill its prey instantly. They use their front paws to bat their target, disorienting it before delivering a final precise bite. This technique is so unique and so effective, it's a true testament to how specialized these animals have become to rule their world. Even when facing something a bit more dangerous, like a snake, the serval is a force to be reckoned with. It doesn't rush in blindly. Instead, it uses its lightning-fast reflexes and agility to its advantage. It will dance around the snake, swatting at it with its paws, trying to exhaust it and create an opening. The serval's long legs keep its body a safe distance from a potential strike. It's a dangerous game, but the serval is a quick learner and a brilliant tactician. It knows that to survive out here, you have to be smart, you have to be quick, and you have to respect every single animal you meet. All right, now let's journey over to Asia and meet another one of nature's masterpieces, the mighty King Cobra. This isn't just any snake, mate. This is the longest venomous snake in the world, and it is absolutely breathtaking. The King Cobra is a true king in its domain, gliding through the rainforests and plains of India and Southeast Asia. It's evolved to be a specialist hunter, and its favorite meal is other snakes. Can you believe that? A snake that eats other snakes. That's why it's called Ophiophagus hana, the snake eater. It's a top predator respected by every other creature in the jungle. The King Cobra's most famous feature is, of course, its venom. And what a cocktail it is. This isn't just about brute force. It's a highly sophisticated weapon. A single bite can deliver a massive amount of neurotoxin, enough to take down an elephant. But here's the thing. The King Cobra is not aggressive. It's actually quite shy and prefers to avoid a confrontation. It uses its venom primarily for hunting, to quickly and efficiently subdue its slithery prey. It's a tool for survival, not for picking fights. And this snake is a master at conserving its energy and its precious venom. When a King Cobra feels threatened, it puts on one of the most incredible warning displays in the entire animal kingdom. It will raise the front third of its body straight off the ground, flare out its famous hood, and let out a low, guttural hiss that sounds almost like a dog's growl. This isn't an attack, it's a warning. It's the snake saying, "Hey mate, I'm here. I'm big and dangerous. Please back off, I don't want any trouble." It's a beautiful, terrifying, and honest signal, a chance for the other animal to walk away. The cobra would much rather you leave it alone. What's even more amazing is the King Cobra's intelligence. These snakes are incredibly smart. They can tell the difference between a threat and something that's just passing by. They are also the only snakes in the world that build a nest for their eggs. The female will gather leaves and twigs into a mound, lay her eggs inside, and then guard that nest fiercely until the babies hatch. This level of parental care is almost unheard of in snakes. It shows a deep instinctual drive to protect the next generation, proving that these creatures are so much more than just a tube of venom. They are thinkers, builders, and protectors. Now, here's a really important point, and it's what makes this whole discussion so interesting. The serval and the king cobra, these two incredible predators, will almost never meet in the wild. It's a hypothetical matchup, a dream for us wildlife lovers, but not a reality. The serval is a champion of the African savannas, perfectly suited for its open grasslands and scattered woodlands. Its whole existence is tied to that specific environment, from the prey it hunts to the way it avoids danger. Africa is its home, its kingdom, and it has mastered it completely. It wouldn't know what to do in a dense Asian jungle. On the other side of the world, thousands of miles away, the king cobra reigns supreme in the rainforests and plains of Asia. Its world is one of dense undergrowth, humidity, and an entirely different cast of characters. It has evolved to navigate this complex environment, hunting the snakes that live there and avoiding its own unique set of predators. The cobra is a product of Asia, just as the serval is a product of Africa. Their stories are written on different continents, separated by vast oceans and deserts. They are kings and queens of their own separate castles. This separation is what makes their similar skills so mind-blowing. It's a perfect example of what we call convergent evolution. That's a fancy way of saying that sometimes two completely different animals in completely different places will develop similar solutions to similar problems. Both the serval and the king cobra need to hunt dangerous prey. Both need to defend themselves from threats, and both have developed incredible intelligence, speed, and strategic thinking to do it. They didn't copy each other, they just arrived at the same brilliant answers independently. So when we imagine a fight between them, we have to remember it's a fantasy. It's like asking who would win between a medieval knight and a samurai. They were both elite warriors of their time and place, but their paths were never meant to cross. Understanding this context is key. We're not looking at two rivals from the same neighborhood. We're looking at two champions from different leagues, each one undefeated on their home turf. Their separation is a testament to how biodiversity works, creating unique specialists for every corner of our beautiful planet. So, let's step into the world of imagination for a minute. What if these two champions did meet? What if by some strange twist of fate, a serval came face to face with a king cobra? Crikey, that would be a sight to see. It would be a true clash of titans, a battle of completely different evolutionary strategies. On one side, you have the serval, a creature built for speed, agility, and lightning-fast pounces. Its entire game plan is based on movement, on being quicker and more nimble than its opponent. It would be a whirlwind of fur and claws. The serval's first instinct would be to use its incredible reflexes. It would likely try to dance around the cobra, staying just out of reach of a potential strike. Its long legs would be a massive advantage, keeping its body away from those dangerous fangs. The cat would use its paws to swat and jab at the snake's head, trying to confuse and exhaust it. The serval is a master of this hit-and-run tactic, using its speed to wear down its prey. It's not about one single powerful blow. It's about a series of quick strategic attacks that overwhelm the opponent. But the king cobra is no pushover. It's a patient, calculating predator. It wouldn't waste its energy chasing the frantic cat. Instead, it would likely raise itself into its classic defensive posture, hood flared, eyes locked on the serval. That terrifying hiss would echo, a clear warning to the cat. The cobra's strategy is not to outrun its enemy, but to intimidate it and make it come to it. It would track the serval's every move, waiting for that one split-second mistake, that one moment when the cat gets just a little too close. Ultimately, this showdown would come down to one critical moment. Could the serval's agility win out? Could it land a decisive, disabling blow to the cobra's head or neck before the snake could strike? Or would the serval, in its flurry of attacks, misjudge the distance by a single inch? If it did, the cobra's strike would be lightning fast and deadly accurate. One successful bite is all it would take. The potent neurotoxin would quickly go to work and the battle would be over. It's a high-stakes game of inches, where agility is pitted against one of the deadliest poisons on Earth. When you talk to the experts, the people who have spent their lives studying these animals in the wild, they'll tell you something really interesting. They'll say that in a real encounter, a fight to the death is the least likely outcome. Why? Because both of these animals are incredibly intelligent and, above all, they are survivors. And a true survivor knows that the best way to win a fight is to avoid it in the first place. Wasting energy or risking injury on a pointless battle is just not smart. Both the serval and the king cobra are far too clever for that. Think about it from the cobra's point of view. Even if it wins the fight and bites the serval, it might get badly injured by the cat's claws or teeth in the process. A serious injury in the wild can be a death sentence, making it unable to hunt or defend itself. The cobra has nothing to gain by fighting a serval. The cat is not its natural prey, so its first and primary instinct would be to use its warning display to de-escalate the situation. It's saying, "I'm dangerous, you're dangerous, let's just go our separate ways, mate." The serval is just as smart. While servals are known to hunt snakes, a king cobra is on a whole different level. The cat would likely recognize the sheer size and threatening posture of the cobra as a major danger sign. A serval's brain is wired to calculate risk versus reward. Is the risk of getting bitten by this massive hooded snake worth it? Absolutely not, especially when there are plenty of safer meals like rodents and birds around. The serval would likely be cautious, wary, and more inclined to back away and find an easier meal elsewhere. So, the real expert opinion is that this hypothetical battle would most likely end in a stalemate, a mutual agreement to disagree. It would be a tense standoff, full of impressive displays and cautious maneuvering, but it would probably end with both animals backing away slowly. This isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of supreme intelligence. It shows that survival isn't about being the toughest fighter in the jungle or savannah. It's about being the smartest, and both the serval and the king cobra are absolute geniuses of survival. When we look at these two magnificent animals, the serval and the king cobra, it's easy to get caught up in the drama of a potential fight, but the real story, the deeper and more beautiful lesson, is not about conflict, it's about adaptation and balance. These creatures are living proof that nature doesn't just reward strength, it rewards intelligence, caution, and the ability to fit perfectly into your environment. They are masterpieces of evolution because they have each found a unique way to thrive in their own separate worlds, not because they could beat each other in a fight. The serval teaches us the power of specialization and agility. It didn't evolve to be the biggest or strongest cat in Africa. Instead, it evolved to be a master of its specific niche. Its long legs, huge ears, and incredible leaping ability are all tools for hunting small prey in tall grass. It's a lesson in finding your own unique strengths and honing them to perfection. The serval survives because it is a brilliant listener, a patient strategist, and an acrobatic hunter. It doesn't need to be a lion, it just needs to be the best serval it can be. The king cobra, on the other hand, teaches us about respect and the responsible use of power. Here is an animal with one of the most potent weapons in the natural world, yet it is one of the most reluctant to use it. It relies on warnings, intimidation, and intelligence to avoid conflict. The cobra shows us that true power lies not in aggression but in control and wisdom. Its nest-building behavior also reveals a deeper complexity, a drive to protect and nurture that we don't often associate with snakes. It's a reminder to never judge an animal by its reputation alone. In the end, both the Serval and the King Cobra are champions of survival. They show us that there isn't just one way to be successful in life. Whether through the Serval's energetic dance or the Cobra's calm, measured wisdom, the goal is the same: to live, to thrive, and to pass on your legacy to the next generation. It's a beautiful balance. The natural world is not an arena for endless conflict, but a complex tapestry of relationships and strategies. And in that tapestry, both the Serval and the King Cobra are shining threads of evolutionary genius. What a couple of legends.